The island of Sodor was covered in a thick blanket of fog. The cold weather had come earlier than expected. None of the engines liked the fog. With a thick cloud obscuring the vision of those who were in it, it caused quite a number of delays and accidents on the railway.
How long has it been now?
10 minutes.
Surely by now the line must be clear.
You know full well that this fog has caused many delays on the railway network. I've just got word from Vickerstown that 2 stupid diesels had caused an accident.
Your driver's right, you know.
Ah, good afternoon, Cyril. Bailey?
Afternoon, Jim.
What brings you two to Wellsworth?
I'm just dropping off some important documents for the station master.
And I got an invoice to deliver regarding a shipment of fog detonators coming here.
Old Bailey and Cyril are 2 of Sodor's senior railway fogmen. They have many years of experience and know what they are doing. Cyril usually works in Misty Valley, and Old Bailey is now the station master at Howland Lake, but sometimes lends a helping hand whenever he can.
Now, Bocco, we have these safety regulations for a reason. It's to keep you engines and your crews aware that the line is clear and that you can proceed safely.
You wouldn't want to get into an accident now, would you?
No, I don't.
That's good then.
Okay, Bocco. The signalman says you are cleared to depart.
Thank you, sir.
Now you two, come to the office with me. We have lots to talk about.
Yes, we're coming.
See you around, Bocco.
Goodbye, Cyril.
You should really learn to be more patient in future, eh?
I guess I should. I suppose working with Bill and Ben all these years has plummeted my patience.
That night, Bocco was taking the midnight goods. He and Bear shared the duty of pulling the train to the mainland. But Bear was away, so Bocco had to take the train alone. He didn't mind this. He liked running at night. He coasted along without effort, the rails humming cheerfully under his wheels, and the signal lights changing to green at his approach.
I wish I had a clear night tonight. This fog and mist makes everything so depressing.
We can't control the weather, old boy. We'll just have to wait until the season is over. Bocco was soon approaching Vickerstown.
Fog detonators. There must be a signal up ahead.
Sure enough, the signal appeared ahead with its green light shining through the fog. Bocco slowly rolled by.
Hey, what? Ouch! What happened?
I don't know. Looks like we'd crashed. I'll go and get help. The accident became clear when morning came. The signal was found to have malfunctioned during the night, causing the green light to stay on. Bocco's front was damaged in the crash, and he had to be sent away to be repaired. But now the midnight goods was left without an engine, and a temporary replacement was quickly arranged.
Your trains have now been rescheduled around mid-morning, so you have enough time to get back to Tidmouth from the mainland. The flight controller has deeply apologized for pushing this duty onto you, but this train is very important.
Oh, it's okay, sir. I don't mind helping out. Besides, I haven't pulled the night goods in ages.
That's great to hear, Emily. Make sure you get here before 9 tonight.
Yes, sir.
Let's hope nothing bad happens, unlike last time.
Emily laughed. She was reminded of the time when she first took out the midnight goods, only to catch a vandal in the act of damaging railway property.
I hope so. I'm not really in the mood to play hero. I'm no superwoman.
The midnight goods were soon arranged, and Emily backed onto the train. The fog was very dense, and Emily found it hard to see.
Oh, we should have gotten stronger lamps back at the sheds.
Too late for that now. Oh well, it's supposed to be a clear run tonight anyway.
That's true, but we should stay observant. Who knows what might happen?
The guard blew her whistle, and they set off into the night. Pushed under bridges and clattered through stations, green signal lights showing as they passed by. Rolled gracefully through the station. She was only a mile outside of the station when she thought she could see a light through the fog.
That's strange. Can you see the light, driver?
Yeah, I can, but it's hard to see properly.
I think I can see a man. It appears he's wearing a coat and holding a lantern. Ah! What the?
Looks like we ran over a fog detonator. We better keep a good lookout. You said you saw a man wearing a coat and holding a lantern?
Yes. I guess it's either Cyril or Old Bailey.
Emily approached the light. She whistled to the figure, but no reply came. She carried on and delivered the goods on time. The next morning, Emily arrived at the station with her passenger train. She spotted Cyril on the platform.
Good morning, Cyril.
Morning, Emily. Lovely day we're having.
I guess.
Just pulling your wheels.
Oh, okay. If you don't mind me asking, were you out near Celebi last night?
No, I was at home. And it couldn't have been Bailey either. He was not going to be in that area until tomorrow. It must have been one of his apprentices.
Apprentice?
Well, yes. We're not going to be around forever, so Bailey took on some lads to teach them how to be fogmen. You must have seen one of them last night.
Oh, I see. It would have been nice to receive a greeting. Oh well, he was probably focusing walking and holding that lamp of his.
A lamp?
Hey, Cyril, what are you talking to Emily about?
We're just talking about how she saw one of your apprentices out on patrol last night at Celebi. You should really give the lad a heavy-duty torch rather than a dinky old lamp.
What are you talking about? Jackson was home last night, and the other boys were away too. None of them were near Celebi at all, and they're supplied with torches, not lamps.
That's very strange. Emily said she saw a man last night.
Do you think that? No, that's impossible.
Yes, you're right. There's no way.
The next night, Emily was to pull the midnight goods again. Bear was coming back the next day, so she'll be able to hand over the duties back to him. She was being oiled and prepared well before time.
Gee, the fog looks pretty thick tonight.
Agreed. Good thing that this is our last train. These late night trains wears a man out, you know.
Getting on in years, huh?
Don't you start talking about age.
Emily left the yards right on time and was soon racing along the main line. out in the countryside, and Emily was having a hard time seeing her way. So did her crew.
I'm having difficulty seeing ahead. We should slow down a bit.
It's that wise. We're going to be behind schedule if we do slow down.
Well, it's either that or get into an accident, and I'd rather choose the former.
After leaving the station behind, Emily saw the light in the distance again. Only this time, something was strange.
That's odd. I see the lamplight again. Why is it swinging back and forth?
I don't know, but we better be careful.
Hey! What's with the extra detonators?
What is this Joker think he's playing at?
Emily puffed slowly past the figure once again, still swinging the lamp back and forth.
That old Bailey needs to keep his apprentices under control.
There were just a few extra detonators on the track. So what? I don't see any trouble.
It's just outright irresponsible. Wasting those fog detonators.
Brakes!
What?
Quickly!
Why did you tell us to stop, Emily?
Just look ahead.
A landslide? How did this happen?
It must have been the rain that occurred during the afternoon. The rain must have caused the slope to weaken and made this.
We better get help here, and fast.
What are you thinking about?
Do you think that Fogman was trying to warn us about the landslide?
It's a possibility. He probably set those extra detonators to warn us.
And swinging his lamp to gain our attention.
So he did warn us. Ha ha! I gotta buy him a pint.
Oh, you and your liquor.
Oh, shut up, Louis.
Help was soon called. Harvey and the breakdown train arrived on scene. When the line was clear, Emily carried on to the mainland. The fog slowly dissipated in the days that followed, and everything went back to normal. Emily puffed into Wellsworth with her passengers. She saw old Bailey and Cyril coming out of the station master's office.
Hello, Cyril. Hello, Bailey.
Hello, Emily. How are things?
Very well, thanks to your apprentice.
Excuse me?
If it weren't for him, I would have ended up in the works that night.
But Emily, that's impossible. My apprentice Jackson was up at Harwin Lake with me.
It couldn't have been me either. I was home in Misty Valley.
And Jackson was never near Kellerby 2 nights ago.
But who did I see on those 2 nights then?
Old Bailey and Cyril looked at each other.
I think we should tell her.
You're right. There's no point in being in denial.
What are you talking about?
Emily, do you believe in spirits?
Spirits? As in ghosts? I can't say I have. Why?
It's a bit of a tale. A long time ago, there used to be one Fogman. He was one of the best that Sodor had to offer. His name was Johnathan. He was very skilled at his job and made everyone feel safe.
He was our mentor. He taught us everything we need to know about how to be a good fogman. Sometimes we worked together, and other times we were sent to different parts of the island. The railwaymen sometimes called us the 3 fogmen of the rails.
That sounds quite lovely.
It was, until it happened. It was Jonathan's night to go on patrol one foggy evening. He told us he'd be back and to leave the tea kettle on for him. Little did we know, that would be the last time we saw him.
That same night, a goods train from the mainland was coming to Sodor, but one of the trucks had a faulty coupling. Johnathan went to a plate-layer's hut after finishing his patrol. The train went up a gradient, the coupling broke, and the trucks began rolling on their own. They picked up speed and headed towards the bottom. They toppled off the track and...
And then what?
Old Bailey trailed off. It was Cyril who spoke up.
Johnathan didn't survive the accident. We were distraught upon learning of his death. We placed a plaque in his honor in our crew quarters for being one of the greatest role models we've ever had. Oh, I guess he's still probably out there, patrolling the line and keeping you engines safe as he did all those years ago.
So, you're telling me all those times I've encountered a ghost? You're joking, right? Please tell me you're joking.
Old Bailey and Cyril didn't say anything. They both turned and walked quietly away, leaving Emily feeling confused, conflicted, and afraid.